Yes! Welcome to Laz Vic Live. We made it. We're here. We're live. Surprise. It is a surprise stream here. Yes, on Laz Vic Live. Welcome. I'm your host for this surprise pre-Christmas spectacular stream featuring surprise guest for this evening. Ladies and gents, welcome to the show. I am Laz Vic, happy to be here once again, invading your interwebs, inside of your internets, hovering and being there. Thank you for coming in and watching. You don't want to miss this one. I have a special guest tonight. He cleared his schedule just to be on the show. Ladies and gents, comedian Mike Cotayo is on the show tonight. He'll be in a minute. He'll be here. But first, let me know how you're doing in the chat. Let me know what's going on with your holiday season. Did you finish your Christmas shopping? Did you get everything you wish for the family? Did you find everything through this shipping crisis? Let me know, even if you watch it after the broadcast, let me know that you completed your Christmas shopping. I want to know. I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. Guys, I have a very special comic coming on the show. I'm going to show you a quick clip and then we're going to start the show. So here we go.
Now in January, he does. Ooh. I don't just think that. It's something I know. Keep it going. We'll start and then keep it going for Mike Cotayo.
I went to her. She's like, "Fuck you, Pipple." What? Too soon? Too soon? How you guys doing? So people, when they meet me, they're like, "Were you born disabled?" I'm disabled? What? All this time I thought I was drunk. You guys, dating sucks, right? Is anybody dating here? Whoa, balance. Look at that. It's magical. Thank you. I like her. She gives validation. Yay. I need her there when I'm putting on my clothes. You're doing great. One leg at a time. You're awesome. What's your name?
Her? No, you.
Ooh. Are you a ventriloquist? Are you throwing your voice?
She's fair. That's Cindy.
All right, I'm done with you two. Forget it.
Mike Cotayo, welcome to Laz Vic Live, my man. Welcome. What's going on?
There you are. What's going on?
Blame it all on me. Blame it on me. What's going on, Mike? How are you?
It's awesome to be here, man.
How are you, my man? How's your holiday week going?
I am good. Holiday it's crazy. We're still not done Christmas shopping. Our living room looks like Santa's grew up in it. It's horrible.
Wow, so you've been doing tons of Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
And so you don't do the online thing?
All online, yeah.
Oh, so this is all packages just coming to your house?
Yep. We just got 2 more boxes from Best Buy today.
All right, nice. Nice. Well, what did I get? Did you get me anything, Mike? Or
I got you a big hug. It's virtual now, but in person.
Thank you.
See?
Appreciate that.
Look at that.
I appreciate that, Mike. And I appreciate you coming on the show and hanging out with me. Guys, if you're with us, say hi in the chat. Say hi to Mike. He's a comedian. You saw the clip in the beginning. If not, you can see keep sliding back.
Who, me?
Yeah, I keep sliding back my chair. So Mike is a comedian. Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself for people that don't know you. Tell us a little bit about
I started stand-up in when I first stepped on stage, I was at a Boston Comedy Club at like 19 years old in 1996, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay. You've been doing it longer than I have.
Well, I didn't do it like regular until like 2002.
Okay.
And then I started pursuing it like a career. And I went from open micer to headliner in like 3 years. So it went really fast, and I was not prepared because
as a lot of young comedians in that position aren't prepared. I've seen that a lot where somebody will hit it big with like one bit, and then they only have 20 minutes of material, and then there's
I had the material. I had like over an hour of material that I worked out and I performed, but I wasn't emotionally prepared. Like I did Opie and Anthony, and they fucking loved me. Oops, I cursed. Sorry.
That's okay.
They loved me, and I got a bunch of crazy fans from that show. Like, people would follow me from town to town watching me perform. I'm like, this is nuts.
And so how did you get hooked up with Opie? I remember them, Opie and Anthony. They're still doing something, right?
Well, separately. They no
separately
longer
they have their own
together.
podcasts.
Yeah. They no longer work. Anthony has Compound Media, and Opie has Opie Radio. I'm trying to actually get on one of their shows now. It's like killing me. So I got booked on a comedy tour called the Short Bus Comedy Tour. Because for those of you that don't know, well, you saw the clip. I'm pretty disabled. Like, not pretty disabled, but
You're disabled.
I'm disabled. So, and so I was one of the people on the Short Bus Comedy Tour, and Twitchell's was on there, so he hooked up the.
I think I remember this. I think I remember this, Mike.
Yeah.
This Short Bus Comedy Tour sounds very familiar. I used to listen to Opie and Anthony a lot, so back in the day.
I like one day this past year, I went on a deep dive to find my clip from there, and I finally found it. I'm like, oh, this is good. It felt good to hear my old stuff. Like, I got mad compliments by Patrice O'Neal and Ralphie.
Oh my God, Patrice O'Neal! I love him, man. I love his comedy. God rest his soul. But
Patrice O'Neal goes, "This N-word's funny," but he actually said the word, and he was talking about me.
He's awesome.
Yeah, and Ralphie May thought I was funny. And
Ralphie, another heavy hitter.
My key demographic is dead fat guys. That's my key demographic.
Yeah.
So.
No, Ralphie May was an amazing talent as well.
He's incredible. I still love watching him perform.
Yeah. Amazing. And it's like it was like seemed like a flash. Like, it happened so fast, and then and then he left us. It's like, what happened?
Exactly.
So how'd you hook up with Opie and Anthony? How'd they find you?
There's this person named Twitchell's who used to do Opie and Anthony a lot. He was a guy that stuttered, that had tics.
I remember this.
And and so he got us on the show, and then it was all downhill from there. Like, I ended up getting on a show and performing, and then I was online for the bathroom. And this guy came up to me and told me, he goes, "Man, you were great. I drove 2.5 hours to see you. I heard you on the radio."
Amazing.
I'm like, yeah, I said, "Thank you very much." And then he walked away, and I did the math. That's like 7 hours. I'm like a full-time job to that guy.
Hey, when they, when you get that type of exposure, people come out when they like you. They feel your presence through the radio waves or through the TV, So, of course, and I've seen you perform, dude. You're dynamic, amazing, and you say you're disabled, but I wouldn't. What's the definition of disabled? We're all a little disabled, right?
My favorite show that we did together was when we did the living room. We performed in a living room.
That's right. That was a great show when for Sharon.
It was fun.
And that's where we reconnected, because I remember doing a show with you, I don't know, many, many years ago. I don't know, some Jersey show probably. But then we reconnected in a living room. We did a comedy show in a living room.
It was awesome. It was fun.
In front of a bunch of other comics, and it was a great show. It was like a hit show. It was awesome.
Right.
As we helped her move. Man? In the middle of a thunderstorm.
Rain just pouring down on us.
Rain's pouring.
When did you start performing, Les?
I started in 1999. Right around there. At the New York Comedy Club.
Okay.
So that's where that's my first club. In the hallway room, there was a room that was like a hallway. And it was, you performed to the wall, and then the audience was on each side of you, but you're just like, you're looking at the wall. So you either ignoring one entire side or perform to the wall. Those were your choices. I could smell the asbestos as I was performing. Like I was taking it into my pores.
It looked like you were gonna be shot at any moment. Like that's what it looked like. They were gonna execute you.
Yeah.
Like someone would hand me a blindfold and a cigarette as I would go on stage.
Yeah, and there'd be people there. Some nights it would be packed.
Right.
It would be, you could barely make your way to the stage.
Right.
So packed with people. Those were the good old days, right, Mike? Wall to wall, asbestos. No one cared. People were smoking cigarettes.
No one cared about COVID. No one cared about canceling people.
Nope.
We could do our jokes the way they were intended.
That's right. Ladies and gents, I'm here with Mike Cotayo. Is it Cotayo?
Either one. Potato.
And he's here promoting his upcoming big show in January. I got a flyer up on the screen right now. It's called Mike Cotayo Crossing the Line, live on pay-per-view, January 2nd, 2022. Mike, congratulations on this.
Thank you, man. It's incredible. I can't believe it. I'm still like, really? Someone wants me to do a show on February? Really? So I'm excited.
So this is a great way to start your year.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be a hot year. So make sure you mark this down. Pause your screens. Look at it now. January 2nd, 2022. Can't believe it's already 2022. Live pay-per-view, Mike Cotayo. Check him out, Crossing the Line.
It's going to be on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and DH1 TV Network.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So hopefully you take me out on the road after this special comes out.
I would love it. I
want to go on the road, dude.
Yeah, let's do it. You should probably drive because I crash my car all the time.
You do drive. Right. You drove up to Rhino last week and you met me up there.
Yeah, and that was a safe trip. I only hit one car on the way.
So, go ahead.
I would get it. Let me tell you, my car is in the driveway right now. I have no window. I popped out my window.
How'd you do that?
I was driving to get medicine from the pharmacy, and I was driving through the drive-thru, and I have problems with peripheral vision. So I got too close to one side. My mirror hit a cylinder stop, and it cracked the window open, and glass just came in.
Jesus.
I love your sound effects, man.
What?
Glass just
What sound
Drop
effects? I'm in a live studio. There's people here behind the tree.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Thanks, guys. They got really into your story.
I
So
know. It's really dramatic, you guys. Hold on. Wait, there's more. Safe Flight was supposed to come out yesterday, and they were like, "We can't work on this car. We need to make sure if we put another window in, it won't destroy the car." So I had to.
You drive all over the place for gigs, right?
Yeah, and hopefully I make it.
So, what's one of the most strangest gigs you've been on? Like maybe this past year, or what's something that sticks out this year for you? A gig that sticks out for you. A memorable 2021 gig.
This year it was driving. Oh, it was driving to Bensalem, Pennsylvania. I asked my wife to drive me because I was afraid I wouldn't make it.
Wow, yeah, that's a long trip.
Yeah, and so we got there, and every comic, I went up towards the end, every comic bombed. Wow. Every comic bombed, and like, all the comics were saying to me off stage, like, "Don't worry about it. Just get through it, man. You'll be fine."
It's like going to war.
Yeah, exactly. And I went, like, the problem was, there was like a table of women who, like, one of them, the ringleader of the table, was just this loud, raunchy woman who didn't want to pay attention and just wanted to be berated. But none of the other comics talked to her.
Yeah.
So when I went up, like, well, I came up in New York. My whole thing is talking to people. Like, I hate my material, and I love just
You prefer
talking.
the uncomfortableness.
Yes. I prefer finding out what's gonna come out of my mouth and seeing if I can insult somebody.
Yeah.
So there were like 3 other tables there. I got up on the stage. I turned to one of the other tables. I go, "Excuse me, I don't mean to ignore you, but I gotta find out what's up with these bitches." And then your audience loves me.
They love you. They really do.
I pulled up a chair and I sat down, and I'm holding a microphone. I go, "What's up, bitches?" And then I started talking to them, and like I killed. And then at one point, one of the host was standing on his chair, and I'm like, he was standing on the chair, I'm gonna top him. I got up on the table and I started performing on the table at the restaurant.
That's
and
pretty
then
memorable.
I looked down, I'm like, holy shit, how am I gonna get down from here?
Oh my God.
I'm like, I could jump, but I'm afraid I'm gonna break something.
How'd you get down?
One of the audience members helped me.
My cousin, Alejandro, what's going on? Welcome. Welcome to the chat, my friend. How you doing? Happy holidays. What's up, cuz? How you doing? My cuz from Florida, chiming in.
What's up, cuz?
So, Mike, that's pretty memorable, man. I mean, the life of a comedian, that's like quite the memory right there. You're standing on a table talking to a bunch of strangers, a woman that doesn't even want to be there. It's funny when someone shows up to a comedy show and they don't even want to be there. Like, that's such a, like, weird concept, right?
She was one of those people who just wanted to be part of the show. She wanted you to include. You know those people who, like, they heckle because they think they're helping?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
She just wanted it. It was like bait for you.
Right. And then my wife went to the bathroom and she came back and she was like, they're all in there talking about how great you were. I'm like,
there you go.
That's awesome.
That's a nice memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. We're here with Mike Cotayo, comedian. Mike Cotayo. He's hanging here in Las Vegas Live. Now, Mike, lots has happened this past year in 2021.
Oh man, you ain't kidding.
Lots of people struggling and lots of heartache and stuff. But when you feel bad, can you Well, I'm gonna put up a news story and see if give me your opinion, Mike. But lots of people have been having a hard year. But let me see if I can bring this up here. Oh, here we go. But how about this guy? Virtual gold mine. I might be sitting on Bitcoin fortune of 36 million as my computer sits untouched in storage, but I can't access it. So this guy has he put up a Reddit post that he has $36 million in Bitcoin in a hard drive, but he can't get to it.
How would he know? He hasn't turned on his computer. It could tank.
Well, it's the hard drive itself, so he could just stick it into any computer and read from it. And the Bitcoin should be in there.
Bitcoin. I don't understand Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is it's like money that's digital, right? It's digital money, but it's not physical at all. It just exists in it could exist in a hard drive and exist in the cloud. The user said he started mining Bitcoin for weeks at the end of 2009. So back then in 2009, if you did it, you could make a lot of Bitcoin and it was like worthless. It was like worth, right, pennies. And this guy just made a bunch and now it's worth 36 million.
That's incredible.
One Bitcoin, Mike, is worth $50,000.
So he's like the richest homeless guy you know.
Exactly. He says, around 2010, I threw my computer and all my furniture into storage and moved overseas. My computer has been sitting in storage for about 11 years. That's a lot of storage fees, first of all. Like, this guy has money to burn.
He should get rid of the storage and have a yard sale. Just have someone grab his computer for him.
A $36 million yard sale?
Yeah, exactly. You should just give shit away. I'll take the computer.
We'll see. Mike, are you a movie buff?
I am not.
The Matrix is out tonight, Mike, on HBO Max and in theaters.
What? I've never seen it.
You've never seen The Matrix?
Never seen The Matrix. I know, audience, you're very disappointed in me. As am I.
That's crazy, Mike.
I know.
So you're not a science fiction fan, then I take it.
You know what? I just don't watch movies.
Okay, you're just not a movie person at all.
Yeah, I watch it like on TV if it's on, but I haven't really gone to the movies regularly since I was a teenager because I'm super cheap. I'm like a stand-up comic, so who knows when I'll actually have money to burn. So
this is true. This is true.
Whatever I can.
Yeah, you got to save wherever you can. So why go to the movies? Exactly. Movies are like $18 for a ticket now.
I know. You might as well go to the theater and stand in the back. It's like $20.
That's a good point. So The Matrix is coming out. I mean, I have HBO for free. So I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, I have HBO too. So
but you have no interest.
I might watch it. No, the thing is, it's like my wife she teases me constantly. She's like, you don't know this movie. You don't know this movie. And the other day I was like, no, I saw this movie in the theaters. It was from the 90s. So I was like.
So that was the last time you went to the theaters in the 90s?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Well, good for you, my man. Damn, well, The Matrix is coming. I wonder if... I'm scared, Mike. I'm scared because I'm a big fan of the first two Matrix, and I don't think this Matrix is going to live up. The second Matrix didn't live up to the first Matrix, so it's like making a copy of a copy of a copy.
Right. Well, how are you going to do those Matrix moves when you're bending backwards and you're middle-aged? Do you know That's how hard it is to be flexible at this age?
That's true. The other day I helped my friend move, Mike, and first of all, by the time I got to his house, I was already exhausted. You know? And then I got there and I was like, is there food? You know? and then I picked up the first box and my body discovered a whole new pain brand new, that was like never ever felt before.
when we were moving into the house we lived in before, my brother was helping me move, and I'm a pretty strong guy. Like, because I've only have one hand, I like work out really hard to make sure I can lift heavy things.
Yeah.
And so we were moving a dresser, and he goes, "Okay, I need you to lift now." And I lifted, and I pulled my bicep tendon.
Whoa.
And I was like, "Holy shit! Oh my God, the pain!" Right? I know, audience, you're killing me.
That's
but
crazy.
I love your enthusiasm. So it hurt for like 2 years, and I couldn't really work out.
Wow. Yeah, I
You
went
want to
to.
know?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
No,
sorry.
you.
No, I'm sorry. No.
You. Oh no, it's you. I want you. I want you.
What do you think about what's going on now with the whole New Year's thing? Fox cancels Times Square telecast New Year's Eve. So if television is canceling, I'm guessing they're gonna cancel the New Year's celebration.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Fox just
Because
canceled the New Year's
Because of
telecast.
Omarion?
Yes. How'd you say it? Omarion?
Omarion, you know, like P2K, Omarion.
I don't know how to. These all sound like. I don't know what they sound like, but I don't know how to pronounce
Omicron,
it.
whatever it is.
Omicron, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so I think they're gonna be shutting down the festivities, dude.
That will be when was that? It's been going on for what, 50 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, last year they didn't do it, right? Or was it like?
No, I think they did. I remember watching the ball drop last year.
Maybe they'll just drop the ball and that's nobody there.
Maybe. My balls dropped years ago.
Terrible. They just canceled my gig at the Rhino, Mike, for New Year's
Really?
Eve. Yeah, I'm so bummed, dude. I'm
Sucks.
so bummed.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yep. So they just canceled it
I love
yesterday.
the Rhino. That is an awesome club.
It's a great club. It's like my home club. I love it.
I feel like I'm stepping into a whorehouse every time I go there.
It's my home away from home.
Exactly, a whorehouse.
Shout out to Rhino Comedy.
Like it reminds me of like a fancy bordello.
Yeah, it's
Like,
nice. I love it there. It's a great place.
It's beautiful inside. It's beautiful. And
But now
Maria's
they're gonna.
such a sweetheart.
Maria's awesome. But now they have to shut down for a few weeks because stupid COVID. It's so upsetting, dude.
That sucks.
I was so excited for this New Year's show. You don't even know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's horrible. Do you have any pets,
Were
Mike?
you gonna headline or feature?
Do I what?
Are you gonna headline the show?
I think I was hosting it.
Sweet.
Either hosting it or headlining it. I don't know. One of the two.
We're at that point in our careers where we're like, we'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Just give me the gig.
I just show up, you know. You tell me what to do.
You need someone to bust the tables? Fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
At this point, I'll start doing that just to make extra cash on the side.
Did you used to do that at New York Comedy Club?
No.
I used to work for Al for stage time. Like,
Oh, really?
I
What'd you
did the
do?
whole party thing. I used to clean between shows. I would, like, they wouldn't make me bus because, you know, the walking thing. But I would work the door. I would take
Okay.
tickets. I would clean.
You get your
between the
stage time.
shows.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's how
it
you
was
do.
a
That's how
great-
you did it back in the day.
Right?
I didn't directly work in the club, but I barked.
Mm-hmm.
I barked
Yeah.
a lot. And I barked
Yeah.
for all the clubs, New York Comedy Club. And if you don't know what barking is, guys, for the civilians out there, for the non-comedians, barking is you stand outside in Times Square or in the surrounding area of the comedy club giving out flyers, tickets, discounts, getting cursed at, smart Alex, or people stop and talk to you for a while. So you get all types of characters.
I once had a guy in Times Square go, "Look, if you approach me again, I'm gonna punch you. Walk away." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
See you, buddy. Have
Oh
a
yeah,
good one.
I was on nearly a few fights barking. I did not
Yeah.
like barking at all. I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
I got lucky one day. Like I would bark for Bill Michaels,
Uh,
and I one day, like I walked back to the room, and people were inside who were barked in, but were leaving because no one was sitting them. And so I just started taking them into the room and seating them, and I got a new gig. Like I was no longer the barker; I was the host.
wow,
I could sit people and I didn't have to stand outside.
that's crazy. We do what we
Yeah.
gotta do as comedians. Mara Land has liked the stream. Thank you so much for the like, Mara. I appreciate that. We're here with Mike Cotayo, comedian Mike Cotayo, whose new pay-per-view special is premiering on January 2nd, 2022. Mike Cotayo, Crossing the Line, live on pay-per-view. Check him out.
We have an amazing singer opening up the show. Her name is Ryan Atkins. Check her out. She has a new hit out called Twin Flame. She's amazing.
Twin Flame.
Twin Flame, yeah.
Nice. All right. Got to check that out. Yeah, this is exciting, Mike. Exciting. Start off the year this way. What are you doing for the rest of the year? What are you hanging out? What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit the grind. I'm gonna work on getting road work. I'm putting together a set to get on late night TV.
Okay.
And then I want to pass at the cellar, and those are my goals.
There you go. Those are good goals for 2022.
Those are
I'd
goals.
like to hit the road with you, if possible. That'd be nice.
Yeah, let's do it.
We should set some
Listen,
dates.
if we could put together a package where we each do a half hour or 45.
We could totally do that.
Yeah,
We could
let's
totally
do it.
that. Let's do it.
We're making it happen,
You
audience.
heard it here first on Las Vegas Live.
There you go.
Mike, do you have any pets?
Just a daughter.
Very quick, Mike. Very quick.
Thank you. I want a dog so bad, and I'm allergic to cats. And
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, this is good for you then. This is how to tell if your cat is an actual psycho. Yes, your cat is an actual psychopath, and how to deal with
All
it.
cats are actual psychopaths. Come on.
And I thought
I mean,
this.
look at them.
I thought, look at this picture. Just this picture.
She's waiting to pounce on your face. My mom, when I was born, had a cat who, after I was born, would become so protective of me. She'd sit on the dresser, and whenever anyone would come in to pick me up, she'd jump on them and scratch their face.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a cat, Mike, Kingston, aka El Gato, and he is certainly a psychopath. So I saw this article. I had to bring this up. So this
El
article,
Gato?
what?
El Gato sounds like a badass whenever you say El Gato.
Yeah,
It
El
sounds
Gato.
like
That's-
someone's gonna kill you.
I need to have like music for El Gato. Every time I say El Gato, dun, dun, dun. So this article tells you about the evolution of the cat's behavior, and if he's tripping you, fighting, scratching. Basically, the thesis of this whole article is there's nothing you can really do. It's a cat.
You're the cat's bitch. That's what it is.
You're the cat's bitch. It's a cat's a psychopath. But yeah, it's crazy, Mike.
I love dogs, man. I'm a dog.
I'm a big
person.
dog lover too, man. I love dogs. You like dogs?
They are so freaking loyal. Like I just want to be inside a dog's mind one day. They see you come into the door. It's like, oh boy, they're here. Ooh, pet me. Oh, rub my
They say
tummy.
that dogs even dream about you when they're sleeping. That's how loyal they are.
That's
Which
a
scares
beautiful
me because
thing,
there's some awful people out there.
right.
There's some
Right.
awful pet owners out there. But yeah, I love dogs. I love dogs. I love cats. I love them all, Mike. So, no gigs for New Year's Eve? Did any of your gigs get canceled or?
You know what we were talking about? So I have like I got married last October, so my daughter's my
Oh,
stepdaughter.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And we like I became like once COVID came, I
Yeah.
became like a full-time dad who
Wow.
never left the house.
Wow.
And like even with her father, her biological father, like we
Yeah.
all three of us get along.
That's
He'll
good, man.
come here,
That's really
spend the
rare.
night. Yeah, and it's funny, I'm the disciplinarian, so even when he's here in the living room, like she'll walk into the kitchen, come up to me and goes, Mike, can I have a bowl of cereal? I'm like, your father's sitting with you. Why are you asking me? We were at a family barbecue this summer, and she was sitting next to her dad, and I was sitting next to her, and she turned and faced me and goes, Mike, can I have another bowl of cereal? I'm like, what the hell?
This kid really likes cereal, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
What's her favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which, by
Oh,
the way,
man.
is my favorite cereal.
I love that cereal. That's a great cereal.
Fight over
I'm in the
it.
mood for some cereal now, Mike.
Yeah.
Once again, we're here with Mike Cotayo, comedian. His own live pay-per-view special, Crossing the Line, happens January 2nd, 2022. Mike, I want to thank you so much for being on Lasvik Live, my man. This was
Thank
fun.
you, man. I had so much fun.
This was a lot of fun. If you're catching us on the rebroadcast, feel free to leave Mike and I a comment, a chat message, a tweet, a carrier pigeon, whatever you'd like. Mike, once again, I'd like to thank you so much for being on the show. And I hope great success, especially with this live pay-per-view special coming up, my man.
Thank you, man. Listen, let's tour. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're touring. Let's do it.
We're
This is
touring
happening.
now. It's the Laz and Mike show.
That's a Mike show. There you go. Mike, hang tight 1 second.
All right.
Ladies and gents, that was Mike Cotayo, comedian extraordinaire. I'd like to thank him one more time for joining us here at Lasvik Live. Wow, what a month, what a year 2021 has been, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank each and every one of the Lasvik Live community for ever stopping by, ever watching the show, ever making a comment, ever clicking that like button. I'd like to thank you all just for hanging out. Lasvik Live started in the beginning of the pandemic in order to keep people company, and it looks like it's coming back to do the same thing. And I just want to let you know we're here. I'm here. Chat me up. Let me know what's going on with you. You're not alone during the holidays. We're here for you. We're a family. With that said, ladies and gents, I want you to have a happy and safe holiday and a very happy new year. I'm Lasvik Live. This has been a great year, 2021. I'm looking forward to 2022. Here we come. Love you. See you soon.